Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we have an exciting adventure that's sure to blow up your notifications. Are you ready? This time we're going to help out those netizens who are arguing about where it's better to live. In the super fabulous Metro Manila or the chill Cebu City. Come with me friends, let's explore Metro Manila and Cebu, and at the end, you decide where you'd rather settle down. I'm super ready, are you? Let's go! First up, of course, Metro Manila. Here you'll never run out of places to visit. Promise, Intramuros is the place to go. It's like you're walking in BGC and suddenly, you're in the Spanish era. Then take pictures at Fort Santiago and feel like a princess. Next stop, of course, the malls. Here in Metro Manila, everywhere you look, there's a mall. There's SM, Ayala Malls, Robinsons, and many more. So if you love shopping, this is the place to live. And of course, we can't forget the Instagrammable cafes and restaurants. Here in Metro Manila, there are so many choices. There's aesthetic, minimalist, fancy, and all sorts of things. So get your OOT ready and strike a pose. For those who love to unwind after a long day, there are also many parks and open spaces here in Metro Manila. You can bike, jog, have a picnic, or just relax. And of course, the Metro Manila experience isn't complete if you don't experience the nightlife. Here, there are so many bars and clubs you can go to. There are chill ones, wild ones, and fancy ones. So if you love to party, this is the place to live. Now let's fly to the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. Did you think there were only beaches here? Oh no, friends. Here in Cebu, there's adventure and history too. First of all, of course, the historical landmark of Cebu, Magellan's Cross. Here you'll see the famous cross believed to have been erected by Ferdinand Magellan in 1521. Right next to it is the Basilica del Santo Niño, one of the oldest churches in the entire Philippines. If you want adventure, you can go canyoneering at Kawasan Falls. The falls are so beautiful, I promise. Then, you can also go island hopping to nearby islands like Bantayan Island and Malapascua Island. And of course, a Cebu trip isn't complete if you don't eat lechon. Here in Cebu, the lechon is so delicious. Especially in Carcar City, their lechon is super famous. For those who love to shop, there's also Ayala Center Cebu and SM Seaside City Cebu here, so you'll never run out of choices. And of course, the Cebu experience isn't complete if you don't go to Tops Lookout. Here you can see the whole of Cebu City and the nearby islands. It's so beautiful, especially at night. Did you know that Metro Manila isn't just modern buildings and malls? Here you'll also find historical landmarks that show the rich culture and history of the Philippines. First on our list, of course, is Intramuros. Here it's like you've gone back to the Spanish era. You can walk along the cobblestone streets, bike, or ride a kalisa. Then visit museums like the San Agustin Church and Museum and Casa Manila. Next stop, the National Museum Complex. Here you'll find the National Museum of Fine Arts, National Museum of Anthropology, and the National Museum of Natural History. All those museums have free entrance, so it's super worth it to go. For art lovers, you can go to the Cultural Center of the Philippines. Here there are always art exhibits, plays, and concerts. Then you can also have a food trip at the restaurants around the area. If you want something unique, visit Binondo Chinatown. Here you'll see the rich culture of the Chinese community in the Philippines. Then of course, the Binondo experience isn't complete if you don't eat authentic Chinese food. And of course, a cultural trip in Metro Manila isn't complete if you don't watch a live band in Quezon City. Clubs that play different genres of music are located. Sinulog Festival and beyond, experiencing Cebu's culture. If you thought only Metro Manila has cultural experiences, think again, friends. Here in Cebu, the cultural immersion is amazing too. First of all, of course, the Sinulog Festival. This is the most famous festival in Cebu, and tourists from all over the world come to see it. Here you'll see the colorful costumes, energetic dances, and of course, the image of Señor Santo Niño. But there's more to Cebu than just the Sinulog Festival. You can also visit historical landmarks like Magellan's Cross, Fort San Pedro, and the Yap San Diego Ancestral House. If you want something different, you can go to the Temple of Leah. This is a temple built by a man for his wife. The view here is amazing, I promise. And of course, the Cebu cultural experience isn't complete if you don't try traditional Cebuano massage and spa treatments. It's so relaxing, I promise. So if you want cultural immersion, Cebu is the place to be. Foodie adventure in Metro Manila. Let's eat! Friends, I know you're hungry from our adventure, so it's time to eat. And since we're in Metro Manila, of course, we won't run out of food choices. First on our list, of course, is street food. Here in Metro Manila, there's so much delicious street food like isaw, kwek-kwek, fish balls, and many more. It's cheap and delicious. If you want something heavier, you can eat at carinderias. Here you can taste authentic Filipino dishes like adobo, sinigang, kare-kare, and many more. And the best part is, it's cheap. For coffee lovers, there are so many Instagrammable cafes here in Metro Manila. There's minimalist, aesthetic, fancy, and all sorts of things. So get your OOTDs ready and strike a pose. If you want something international, there are also many international restaurants here in Metro Manila. There's Japanese, Korean, Italian, American, and all sorts of things. So if you're a foodie and you love to explore different cuisines, Metro Manila is the place to be. Cebu's food trip, from Lechon to Sutukil, super full. Friends, I know you're drooling over the pictures of lechon you're seeing, so let's have a food trip in Cebu. Of course, first on our list is lechon. Here in Cebu, the lechon is so delicious. Especially in Karkar City, their lechon is super famous. Crispy skin, juicy meat, and just the right flavor. But lechon isn't the only delicious food here in Cebu. You can also try sutukil. This is a kind of seafood dish where you choose your seafood and then have it cooked the way you want. Sugba, grilled, tula, steamed, or kila, cooked in vinegar. For those with a sweet tooth, you can also try dried mangoes and otap. These are perfect pasalubong for your loved ones. And of course, a Cebu food trip isn't complete if you don't try local coffee and sikwade. It's so delicious, I promise. So if you're a foodie and you love to explore different cuisines, Cebu is the place to be. Secret spots in Metro Manila. Shh, be quiet, friends. I know you love hidden gems, so I'm sharing with you some of the best-kept secrets of Metro Manila. First on our list is the National Library of the Philippines. Here, you'll see old books and manuscripts that show the history and culture of the Philippines. Plus, the building's architecture is beautiful. Next stop, La Loma Cemetery. I know it's a bit creepy, but trust me, this place is so peaceful and serene. Plus, the architecture of the mausoleums is beautiful. For hiking enthusiasts, you can go to Masungi Geo Reserve. Here, you'll see the beauty of nature and relax in the fresh air. If you want something unique, visit Pinto Art Museum. Here, you'll see contemporary art pieces by Filipino artists. And of course, a hidden gems tour in Metro Manila isn't complete if you don't go to the ruins. This is an abandoned mansion with a rich history. The architecture is so beautiful, and it's the perfect spot for photo shoots. Friends, did you think Cebu only had beaches and lechon? Oh, no. Here in Cebu, there are also many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. First on our list is Osmeña Peak. This is the highest peak in Cebu, and the view from the top is amazing. You can camp here overnight to witness the sunrise and sunset. Next stop, Tumalog Falls. This is a hidden falls located in Oslob. The water is so cold and the falls are so beautiful. For snorkeling and diving enthusiasts, you can go to Moel Bowl. Here you'll see the Sardine Run, where thousands of sardines swim together in a large group. If you want something unique, visit Surao Flower Garden. Here you'll see different kinds of flowers and it's like you're in Amsterdam. And of course, a hidden gems tour in Cebu isn't complete if you don't go to Kawasan Falls. This is a multi-tiered waterfall that's perfect for canyoneering and swimming. Friends, I know Metro Manila can be a bit overwhelming, especially if it's your first time. So I'm sharing with you some tips and tricks to make your stay here smoother and more enjoyable. First of all, always bring cash. Not all establishments in Metro Manila accept credit cards, especially street vendors and small businesses. Next, download a transportation app like Grab or Ankas. This is more convenient and safe than taking a taxi, especially if you're not yet familiar with the roads. If you're commuting, always be aware of your surroundings. There are many snatchers and pickpockets in Metro Manila, so be careful with your belongings. If you want to avoid traffic, avoid commuting during rush hour. It's better to commute early or late so you don't get stuck in traffic. And of course, always bring water and snacks. It's hot in the Philippines, so it's important to stay hydrated. Friends, I know you're excited to explore Cebu, so I'm sharing with you some travel hacks to make your trip smoother and more enjoyable. First of all, book your flights and accommodations in advance, especially if it's peak season. Airfare and hotel rates are cheaper if you book early. Next, learn some basic Cebuano phrases. It will make communication with the locals easier if you know some Cebuano. If you're going island hopping, bring your own snorkeling gear and aqua shoes. This is cheaper than renting on the islands. If you want to save on accommodation, you can stay in hostels or guest houses. These are cheaper than hotels. And of course, always be respectful of the locals and their culture. Wow, friends, our adventure in Metro Manila and Cebu was tiring but so much fun. Now, it's up to you to decide where you'd rather live. Comment down below if you're Team Metro Manila or Team Cebu. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more travel vlogs. Click the notification bell so you're updated on my new uploads. Until next time, friends, keep on exploring and discovering new places. Bye!